Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Senior Cat Wellness. Today, it's all about being responsible, delivering, and I suppose you could say, living up to the standard of ownership, eliminating the common mistakes, and helping your cat to get the most out of life, and for as many years as possible. But today, it's all about being the best version of positive ownership. We're going to uncover 10 common cat owner mistakes that could be, unfortunately, shortening your cat's life and most importantly, how to fix them in fairly short order. And don't worry, of course, we're not here to point fingers because every cat parent, all of us, have all made our fair share of mistakes, even common mistakes for that matter. So let's join forces together as a community and let's eliminate that stuff going forward, shall we? All right, number one, the first mistake. It's what I've referred to several times on this channel. Is that 24/7 buffet style eating, but in short, it's really just eating without any sense of portion control. Leaving food out all day and all night, it could seem very kind and generous, but constant snacking over the course of the day, just here and there and everywhere at free will, right? Because there's no sanctions, there's no control. It can lead to weight gain and obesity. Unfortunately, it's one of the top causes, along with heart disease, diabetes, and joint problems that our felines can develop and can have. But what's the fix to this? Feed your cat a measured meal based on their ideal weight. Use a kitchen scale if you want to be really, really detailed in all of this and measure the food. And most importantly, stick to a feeding schedule where it's not a buffet style. They have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and occasional treats. Maybe a treat once or twice a day, but don't have a situation where they can just come and go and, as we say sometimes, put on the feed bag and just eat at will. Let's have structured mealtime, enjoyable mealtime, even fun mealtime, but structured mealtime every single day. Number two, let's talk about the vet checkups and skipping those checkups. Cats are very good at hiding pain. We've talked about this many times too, because in the wild, for example, they can't show themselves as the weakest link. So that carries on into all aspects of life. It's just hardwired in felines to hide the pain until it gets to the point where they can't do it. So unfortunately, by the time they do start to show signs of pain and discomfort, it could be too late, depending, of course, on what the situation is. And because of that, this is one of the many reasons why your pet needs regular vet care. So let's get your cat to the vet. Indoor cats, even cats that never go outside, they need their annual exam. So think of it more so as a preventative measure for everything under the sun, from the minor to the major. Early detection. I'm talking about adding years to your cat's life. Early detection can add years, and unfortunately, no detection or late detection could cut your cat's life short. So never skip that checkup. I know vet visits. It's really a whole topic for another day. But vet visits, I'm fully aware that all of that it can really hit your wallet very hard. But if you can do it, if you have the means, make sure your cat is getting their regular checkups. Mistake number three, it's your cat's teeth and gums. Overall dental care, dental disease. It doesn't just cause bad breath, annoying breath. It can lead, unfortunately, to kidney and liver and even heart problems. Gently brushing your cat's teeth or offering dental treats, or more so a professional cleaning by professionals, can make an enormous difference. So a healthy mouth. It's easy to talk about every other aspect of your cat's physical being, but the mouth. Don't sort of just ignore the mouth in dental care, because that can also be a situation where it could be minor. A minor situation could lead to a major problem. So don't ignore those dental needs, your cat's dental needs. Mistake number four, sort of going back to the food aspect, but this is about low quality diet, just an unbalanced diet, full of all the bad things. That's full of fillers, of just a hardcore dry food diet. So look for a diet that can really meet your cat's needs. Real meat being the first ingredient. Make sure your cat's eating the real stuff. Avoid excessive grains, like I said, fillers, artificial colors, byproduct. Your vet can recommend, or a pet store, a respectable pet outlet, a pet store, can recommend what you can eat to put your cat on the right path and the right diet, especially depending on your cat's age and their weight and their overall lifestyle. So dietary changes for the better that can dramatically improve your cat's health and their overall energy levels, regardless of how old they are, especially if you have a senior cat. Mistake number five, stimulation, and it's not just of the physical variety, mentally as well. Boredom, it can be a stressor, it can cause anxiety. Cats, they're hardwired to hunt and climb and explore, even indoor Cats that never leave the house. They're still cats, right? So they still need to tap into who they are. Without that type of enrichment, they can become anxious and overweight because here again, some things can piggyback on the other. If they're lacking enrichment, they may just go to the food bowl because it's simply something to do. Eating just because it's something to do. That's not what you want. Also, cats that lack the stimulation they need could get aggressive and destructive and take out their frustrations on your furniture, for example, your couch, your pillows. So, add a scratching post, shelves that they can climb on, that you approve of, shelves that are meant for them, and of course, interactive toys and maybe hands-on petting and play sessions. Change the toys out if possible to keep things fresh and interesting, but mental and physical stimulation. Happy cat, healthy cat, okay? It's sort of connected there. So if nothing else for a cat's mental health, and perhaps even so they'll avoid that food bowl. If they're sort of tuckered out and tired out and they're not looking for activity, they won't resort to overeating as a form of almost recreation and just something to do out of boredom. Next up, toxic household products. Keep them behind closed doors, locked doors if possible. And this is all types, air fresheners, oils and different toxins, motor oil from your car, and anything in the garage. Sprays that are meant for outdoor your grass. Keep the chemicals that are meant for your lawn care out of the reach of cats. Antifreeze, detergents, even some plants like lilies that are toxic to cats. Keep anything that is toxic out of your cat's reach. And let's not forget that cats are always grooming. So the last thing you want is for your cat to sort of come in contact with something on their fur and then lick it out of grooming. For example, a cat gets into some oil, some motor oil, and it's on their coat, a long furred coat, for example, and they go to groom and they end up licking the motor oil simply because it's on the fur. So you don't want that. Anything that can come in contact with their physical body can be manipulated by their mouth. That's one thing to keep in mind. So just because it's on their paw doesn't mean it won't end up in their mouth just through the grooming process. Mistake number 7, roaming outdoors while you're indoors, completely unsupervised. You've got a neighborhood setting, you've got other predators, you've got other cats, maybe feral cats that you don't really know their background and what they're potentially carrying in terms of disease and where they've been, who they've come in contact with. And of course, we got vehicles, right? If it's a neighborhood setting, you got cars coming and going, you got cars backing out of driveways, pulling into driveways, and also this introduces more toxins from the outside. So even great neighborhoods can be deadly when it comes to your cat roaming around, especially unsupervised. So if your cat is outside, let's try to watch your cat, watch the backyard play, and if at all possible, don't let them leave your property, and certainly go into the road and into maybe a wooded area right off the sort of the backside of your property. Keep them away from these known hazards. Number 8, what if your cat is not grooming on the regular? And we all know healthy cats, they're all about the appearances and keeping up with the appearances. So healthy cats groom a lot. If you notice your cat is not grooming enough, you need to step in and assist them. So brushing is not just for long-haired felines. Regular grooming can remove excess fur, prevent matting, prevent a choking hazard, because well, when your cat is grooming and pulls out loose fur, sometimes it goes on the mouth and in the mouth, and that can cause a whole entirely other issues in terms of let's call it failed digestion, and that can lead to a series of issues. So even if your cat is grooming, but especially if they're not grooming enough and they've got a lot of buildup of matted fur, let's take care of that. Get in there either yourself with the proper brushes and combs, or turn your cat over to a professional just for a good clean down, a rub down, a wash down to clean up that coat. It's all about that quality grooming, and it goes back to your cat's health. A healthy coat can do a long way and go a long way in terms of your cat's just their overall health. And number 9, bad behavior. Do you punish it, let it slide? What's the game plan? What should you really do? Well, cats, they're not like people. They're not like youngsters. They're not going to, you can't really send a cat to your room and tell them to think about what they've done. That doesn't work. So all this does for a feline is really create fear and confusion, and it almost teaches them not to trust you and be afraid of you. And the goal here is to build that bond of trust and loyalty. That's not the way that you can do that. So if a cat reaches out, bites you or scratches you, or does something that you're not approving of based on the rules of your home, there's no need to raise your voice and punish them. Redirect with positive things. The goal here is to not make them understand what they've done wrong, because they're not going to. It's just not how they're wired. But if they're scratching, let's say on your furniture, well, get a cat tree or a scratching post redirect certain things, because cats are going to do sort of what they're going to do. Your job here is to, hey, let's transition this. I'll let you do this, but you're going to do this over here. You're not going to do this on my shoes or my couch. So cater the environment that's friendly to them. So when they get into those moods where they're blatantly doing cat things, they can do it in peace without being scolded and without any damage coming to you physically or your property. So don't punish the bad behavior. Redirect the bad behavior into the positive that you're looking for based on the guidelines that you've set for your home and the way you would like to, have your cat live under your roof. And finally, number 10, hydration, drinking that water. It's sort of known that many cats aren't just big fans of just fresh water in a bowl. They either need it flowing, moving water, some sort of fountain situation, or, of course, where the wet food comes in. Maybe even add some liquid to some dry food to form somewhat of a gravy. Cats naturally drink less water than they should, especially if all they eat is dry food. So dehydration, it can come up quickly, and unfortunately can cause kidney issues, urinary problems. So encourage your cat to drink maybe from multiple bowls. Here again, that flowing water, a fountain-style water. So anything that you can move the needle in a positive way to get your cat to drink. So never dismiss it. Make sure your cat is getting positive hydration, whether it's directly from flowing water or wet food. Every one of these mistakes, as long as this video has seemingly gone, I feel like I'm starting to ramble here a bit. Very fixable, right? Very fixable. There can be a quick fix involved here. Some quicker than others, of course, but overall, fairly quick fix. That's the positive news. So the moment you start to make small and these positive changes, your cat's physical body, mental health, mental wellness, all begins to improve and heal and thrive in a positive way, and perhaps even add some years to your pet's life. And hey, who doesn't want that? That's the goal. So remember, longevity and happiness comes from a consistency and routine, regular vet care, balanced nutrition, positive mental and physical stimulation, and of course a positive, loving environment right where you are, and let your cat, allow yourself to be the person or the people that your cat looks to for all of their wonderful needs, and just that positive outlook. Let them, when your cat looks at you, let that look be a look of trust and loyalty, knowing that, hey, you've got their back and you want nothing more than the very best for them. So, to the audience, the wonderful audience of Senior Cat Wellness, if you have anything to add to this material, that comment section, you know the drill, it's all yours. And if you did enjoy this content, please like the video, share it out, and all that good stuff, and subscribe to us right here at Senior Cat Wellness. And until next time, we will talk to you later.